Alright guys, here with another video. This is going into the most requested video thus far, is what new season ants are worth a damn and are they good? So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said in the little intro, we're going to be going into the new ants and best lineups. I'm going to focus on free to play. If there's a pay to win version that is requested, we'll go ahead and do that. Before we get into that, usual shenanigans, this video is sponsored by AppCoins. We're using my code EGNATA. You can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. This is a great way to save some money, especially on this island where they are just absolutely draining you of every fucking thing that you have. So it's just a great way to be able to save a little bit of money when you are playing the new island, or if you want to go and buy something or whatever. It's a great way. So again, full description of how to do so will be down below, but that's 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. Like I said, full description will be down below. As well as a full description down below will be a link to the Discord that you are welcome to come. We do occasional voice calls there, and it's just a great community to be in, that you can ask questions and not have a bunch of spam that you have to go through to be able to find out when you got answered to or whatever. So there's that option for you. As well as like that, it would really help if you leave a like, a comment, a subscribe. Really helps me out. There's still a shit ton of you that are not subscribed, and it really kind of hurts in the sense of knowing what kind of content you guys like. All right, well, with that, let's get right into it. All right, so we'll get into the shooters first. I'll go into what they do, and then the combination that would be best with them. All right, so for this one, we got when it's maxed out. During the battle, increases the damage of its squad by 15.5%. When a squad is in the front line, increases the skill effect to 31%, and additionally grants 50% dodge. Then you have, after a squad releases a normal attack, 60% chance to deal 335% damage plus special ant level times 1. So you're really doing 415. Damage to the target and converts 20% of that damage to its own power. I still honestly don't know exactly what it means by converting damage to its own power. I have speculations, but it's kind of hard to test. Alright, and then you got shooter and health. And then you have in the first, third, fifth, and seventh round deals 305% damage plus special ant damage +1, so that's 415. Damage to 2 random enemy squads and reduces their skill damage by 10.5%, which is stackable and lasts till the end of the round. So this is obviously a glass cannon type ant. Most definitely you're going to want that in the very front row. Alright, now we're getting into the next one. So I don't have it, so I can't tell you what it is when it's upgraded, but during the battle, it has a 60% chance to grant our frontline squad's normal attack time normal attack times +1 and normal attack damage +35%. Meanwhile, our backline squad immediately deals 260% damage to 2 random enemy squads. So you can already see how this and the Red Velvet are going to very well pair up. Alright, then we have 60% chance to deal 360% damage plus special ant level times 1, so you're looking at 420, 425, something like that. Damage to 1 random enemy squad. Removes negative status effects from his squad and 1 random and friendly squad. So it's obviously a support that'll help out. Get some shooter and defense. Starting from the second round, all of our squad's first damage dealt in each round plus 50%. Triggers a healing effect after dealing that damage, so the healing ratio 160%. You guys know how I feel about the healing. I don't think it's effective. However, you can see how this and the Red Velvet pair up very nicely. Neither one of these, I think, are a PvE ant. So we'll get into what probably be the best lineup with these free to play, not counting pay to win. Pay to win is going to greatly determine whether these are good ants or not. For pay to win, a lot of these ants are not good, but for free to play, they're great. So with this, it's definitely going to be the Red Velvet, Sly Hunter, and Saharan Silver. For free to play, is going to be your best lineup for PvP using these three ants. Alright, now we get into Guardian. So we'll start with the Bison Ant. So this one, I also don't have it, so I can only tell you what it is with no stars. During the battle, when Special Ant takes damage, there's a 35% chance to trigger a counterattack, dealing 130% plus Special Ant level 0.25. That's pretty low. Damage to 2 random enemy squads. So you're looking at a 145% damage. That's actually pretty low, but it is a counterattack, so there is that. Alright, has a 60% chance to trigger, reduces damage taken by a squad by 35%, helps one random friendly enemy squad take 30% of the skill damage the squad release. Okay, that's nice. Lasting for 2 rounds. So already it's setting itself up to be a frontline. Guarding Ant health. Oh, more healing. In the 2nd, 4th, and 6th round, all of our Guardian squads, skill damage rate increases by 30%. Additionally, when dealing damage, they have a 60% chance to trigger a healing effect with the healing ratio of 120%, up to 3 times per round. Okay, the skill damage part is nice. It definitely set itself up to be a front line. But we'll get into the other. Alright, let's get into the next one. So White Crystal. In a squad, gain 10% of our frontline squad's attack attribute bonuses. And after the frontline Guardian deals damage times 8, which it has the counter attack, so that's nice. This squad deals 300% plus Special Ant level times 1. Nice, so 350% damage to all enemy squads with a 50% chance to silence them, disabling their combat skills for 1 round. Wow, that's a mouthful, but that's a good ant. Has a 75% chance to deal 400% damage plus Special Ant level times 1, so 450 damage to enemy squad with the highest power, and increase its own squad's attack by 50% for 2 rounds, which is stackable. Very nice. Guardian attack, nice. Has a 60% chance to deal 225 damage to all enemy squads. This skill damage rate plus 10% each time it hits an enemy shooter ant squad, which can stack up to 5 times. Okay, so again, when combined, they're good ants. With this one, it'd probably be the Bison Ant, and then the White Crystal, and then you would probably want to use something like Hairy Panther. Alternatively, you could run like the MC, White Crystal, and the Hairy Panther to be able to maximize out the damage. Alright, now we'll get into the kit. Alright, so first off is the Rainbow Wings. So we got during the battle increases the squad's dodge rate by 20%, which is good for carriers. Before taking damage from any enemy squad with a negative status, has a 60% chance to further increase its dodge rate against this attack by 25%. Wow. Receives the healing rate. Man, we don't care about the healing. Alright, 70% chance to deal 280 plus Special Ant level times 1 damage to 2 enemy squads, and grants a buff to all of our squads. Increases the trigger chance of all skills by 5% for 2 rounds, which is stackable. Okay, nice. Then we got some more health. Each time a squad takes damage, increases the health and defense of all of our squads by 10%, and this could stack up to 10 times. If a squad takes damage more than 5 times in a single round, inflicts exhausted, damage dealt minus 30, and bleeding. Wow, it takes 200% damage each round, effect on 2 random enemy squads for 2 rounds. That's a very strong front line. for carrier, absolutely, especially when you start pairing it with insects that do dodge and other ants that are worked around dodge, very strong. All right, and then we'll get into the other one. The Mimic Crawler has a 60% chance to inflict one negative random status to 2 enemy squads. Poison, which takes 150% damage per round. Bleeding, that takes 170% damage per round. Corrosion, 130% damage per round. And defense, minus 30. Vulnerability, damage taken, plus 25. Exhausted, damage dealt, minus 25. Lasted for 3 rounds, which is stackable. That is freaking insane. All right, has a 70% chance to deal 410% damage plus special ant level plus 1%, so 460 damage to one enemy, random enemy squad. Grants a buff to all of our squad, increasing the damage dealt to enemy squads with negative status by 50% for 2 rounds, which is stackable. Holy shit. All right, then we got some carry ant defense. And then we have prepare for 1 round, has 80% damage, chance to deal 300% damage to all enemy squads and heal the friend. And we don't care about healing, even though that's a crazy percentage, 500%. Healing effect plus 25% for every 1 enemy squad with a negative status. Whew. Okay, so for this one, it's very clearly going to be Rainbow Wings, Mimic Crawler, and CR. If you don't have CR, you can pair it with like the Golden Crystal. That would be a decent one to do so with as far as free to play. We're only focusing free to play today. Like I said, we can do a pay to win version if you guys want, but these videos are kind of long, so I don't want to make them too long and drawn out. But all right, that pretty much covers it. Egging this out. Well, I hope that this helped, and we'll see you in the next one.